When did you realize the group that you with was a special group once you got to Golden State?
Man, out the gate, you know, I made the home opener. I sat out pretty much the whole preseason, made the opener. I'm starting out slow, and I'm coming off the bench. I was starting in Brooklyn. I'm kind of, you know, a little salty. Like, you know, I'm playing maybe 12 minutes, 11 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, you know, this feeling like the old thing, like where I'm like, man, you know, like I ain't used to this. I need to be playing more. But I started out slow, but the team is winning 12 games in a row. I'm like, wait a minute, this ain't normal. You know, in the league, you might win, you know, 2 games, lose a game, lose 2 games, run off 3 or 4 games. But they ran off like 12 games in a row. Like, man, this is, you know, like they running through teams too, you know, 20, beating them by 20. I'm like, this you know, like this team. Yeah, they run, you know, and so they've been together too. That 5, the starting 5, like they've been together. They insert Draymond into the starting lineup. You know, team just start taking off. So I'm like, man, I've never really been on a 12-game winning streak. I've played 10 years. Like, I've never been on this type of winning streak before. Like, this is different. You see what I'm saying? So I think once we got to December, you know, and then seeing how we was playing, we #1 in the West. You know, the rankings. I never been on a team that was #1 in the West. You see what I'm saying? All this is new to me because, you know, the teams I've been on, we weren't that good. Even the Clippers, we was middle of the pack. So that's that to me where I was like, okay, like this, it's definitely something special here. Watching how Steph and Clay got hot, watching them put teams away, you know, damn near in the 3rd quarter. You know, I'm like this is an elite team. You know, like they not good, they elite. Like we one of the best teams in the NBA. Yeah. So just off of that alone, we got a chance to win this. You know, like
so it made you change your mindset on what you had to bring coming off the bench.
So now I'm like, okay. Again, Steph, Clay, like watching them, what they doing, you know, watching what Steph is doing. He in the MVP conversations, he running off 30s, you know, like this ain't, you know, like he one of those guys.
Yeah,
you know, like so I'm like, all right, you know, like I need to be a star in my role. You know what I'm saying? Like I need to bring, what am I gonna bring to the table, you know, that's different. Okay, every time them guys went to the bench last year, and I knew that from playing in Brooklyn the year before, the team kind of give up the lead. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like they increase the lead and then put the bench in. They kind of get a lead back. You know, you got to put them in early. They can't rest as long. Okay, we need to extend that. We need to, you know, or hold the line at least. And so that was our notion. Like, nah, fellas, like we gonna hold the line at least. We gonna, you know, this ain't when teams gonna get the one up on us. Like, let's make sure that we do our job. This our job, right? They going to the bench, all right, boom. We gonna come in, we gonna play the right way. We gonna make sure we do all the little things, like, you know, defensively, we gonna box out. You know, we gonna get these loose balls. All the things that win games, we gonna do the things in the margins. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might not be able to get 30, you know, like every night like these guys, but we're going to bring something to the team to where, you know, like we're going to be stars in our role. And I think from that standpoint too, when you start having that mentality, like you said earlier, Q, it's hard when you don't have that mentality and you got guys coming off the bench like, man, I should be playing, I should be doing this. That can mess up the chemistry of the team. But when you got guys that actually buy in, and it ain't easy, especially when you're young, because that's I'm trying to prove myself, and that's what, you know, you try to tell coaches like, these guys trying to establish themselves and prove themselves, and you know they got dreams to do things. So it's hard to just buy into that. But having a veteran, I've been in the league 10 years. Look at where I came from. You know, you had Maurice Speaks, you had Leandro Barbosa, you know, like that. BB. Like, he had been injured, you know what I'm saying? So, like, now we're on a team where we can win a championship, and this is what we got to do in order to do that, which could extend our careers, too. Everybody eats, B. Like, you know, we win, everybody eats. So that was when it was like, all right, you know, we got a chance to do something special.
How was it, like, you and Iguodala, you know, 2 Illinois guys, y'all basically the core of that bench that's coming out. How did y'all bond, kind of, how y'all get closer and, you know, y'all bonded to even get that bench to a level to where it was? Because, you know, once you retired, like Iguodala became this ultimate veteran off the bench.
Yeah, it wasn't like that in the beginning.
Because he didn't want to.
No, no, he was not going for that. And it took time, and that's what I said. I think he came around after he saw how the team was taking off too with the buy-in. You see what I'm saying? So it was easier for me because I came what I went through. In Brooklyn, I came off the bench and then I was starting when D. Will got hurt. So, again, it was easier for me to buy in being where I was at. He has started every single game for 10 straight years in his career, and that was the first time he was coming off the bench. And so for him, it was more like, damn, man, you about to ruin my career. You see what I'm saying? Like they finna mess my career up. Like I'm about to get out of here. Like that was the mindset. You see what I'm saying? And we was winning though. We was winning. That was the thing. So over time, he kind of came around, but it took a long time for him. Especially because he was still elite, in his role. He was still a starter. And then, it came to fruition in the playoffs and in the finals especially. Like his reward came during that time. Me and Barbosa, Mo Spakes, we was bought in because that was kind of the role that we was brought in for. You see what I'm saying? And where he was brought in to, kind of start. Even though they had Harrison Barnes, it was like Dre was a starter, period. Like that was his role. So it took a little bit longer for him, but once he did buy in, then it was like, all right, you got two vets, and we locked in just from being from Illinois. We played at hoops, like he know me, he know what I'm about. So it was easy. And it was just, once it was no ego like that, it was, it was easy.
When you finally won a championship, Fetty coming down, y'all won it. The journey you done went through. And you get rewarded with a champ. Now, you ain't in no box. You label a champion. When they mention Shaun Livingston name, they got to say champion, either before or after they mention your name. Like, how did that feel?
Man, it's just like I knew I was a winner. Like I knew I won at every single stage I played on. Like that's how I felt. Like, man, again, I deserved it. I deserved this, like all that I went through. I didn't cry. I was just smiling the whole time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was just happy. Like, the joy, that's probably the word I would put. It was just a lot of joy because, it was just a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of nights where you don't know, all the doubt, all the self-doubt. But to get on the stage, I remember like, damn, we on the stage, like, Adam said, you start seeing Bill Russell, like, walking up, like, damn. Like, and two, if in the playoffs, you so locked in, every series is like its own season, mentally. So, like, I was so locked in to where I'm like, I woke up the next day like, damn, we ain't got a game, we ain't got film, we ain't got,
practice.
We ain't got practice or nothing. Like so it really sunk in probably in the days after, like where it was like, damn, we the champs.
How was it like back in the Bay, like when you going, like you say you get up the next day, you still doing regular shit, going to get food or whatever, like neighbors or whoever, like how was that reception?
Couldn't go nowhere without, everybody celebrating you. Just, like you really... Like, damn.
I know you quiet and
chill. Like I'm just walking in, like, there go, and I'm like, damn, like there's all this, like it was just a lot. And the Bay, especially, all they went through, when they had BD, when they had Monte and Matt and Jay Rich and all them, that was like they championship years in itself. Because of all they went through. Obviously Run TMC era, the eras that they had in the Bay was. Those was legendary moments for the Bay as fans. Like, they really, those guys are still, to this day, they titans when they walk through the Bay. Because, the passion and that, they like Chicago, Boston. They like, New York in that way. They love sports. They've always had sports, whether it's Oakland or San Francisco. So they real sports fans. and they was coming to the games just like the Clipper days. And those Warriors fans, they paying $10 to get into Oracle Arena.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, they moving them down from, you know, the 200 section because ain't nobody really there.
Yeah.
Like, they was sorry like that for a long time.
Yeah.
So when they had a little bit of success, you know, they really celebrate.
Eat 40 in the stands.
Come on now. Now we got 40 in the stands. You know, now it's really cracking. People coming to the games and, you know, really celebrating us. So when we won, just to have that love, it was different. And like you said, I'm quiet, so I'm like, damn, this is, you know, this real.
How was that parade, man?
Oh, it was special. Through Oakland too, and Oakland, like, to me, it's a lot of love in Oakland because they always get the bad rap. You know, the love that you get is genuine. It's real, genuine fans there. Been there, going to games 50+ years. You know, season ticket holders. When I seen the amount of people that was at the parade, I was like, damn, I ain't never seen this many people before. But then also, too, it brought me back to a kid watching Mike, watching MJ, watching them, Grand Park celebration. Now I'm like, damn, this really us up here. Like, you know, like that was a special moment.